Tennis Umps, our guy Dave out there in Birmingham. Wake up. Do you guys feel that we will have a 1,000-yard rusher and a 1,000-yard receiver this year? I do. Trey Benson, Johnny Wilson. I feel that the increase of talent in the tight end room will be a huge factor in this happening. Thanks as always. Let me get back to my DeLuna coffee now. Thanks, Dave.
I do. Obviously, health withstanding. Yes.
Both.
I think they're both getting there. I think what Johnny did in the bowl game, combined with what he did in the spring, and look, man, he should have had 140 yards against Florida.
Gosh, he had 897. I didn't think he had that much. We had 43 for 897 last year.
But there were some games where he had one catch. And I just don't think that will be the play this year. I think they tried to get more guys involved last year. He was also a little slowed by ankle injury. I think if he's healthy, he's going to get 5 or 6 or 8 targets a game, no matter if they're winning by 28 points or not. They're not going to try to play the young guys as much. Make sure Malik McLean's on the field or something like that. I think Johnny Wilson's going to get more reps than he did last year. And I think what does that even mean? So for him to get to 1,000 is what, 6 more catches, 5 more catches?
Yeah, it was averaging 20 yards. He averaged 20 yards a carry, so yeah, or 20 yards a catch. Sorry.
So 5 more catches and he's there. So yeah, I think I almost think that's more of a sure thing than Benson.
Ooh,
just saying that. Just saying that.
I'm there with you. Granted, though, to your point, though, he was targeted. The games that he wasn't targeted in, though, were mainly games they were running away from teams in. Like Duquesne, he had 2 targets. Miami, 2 targets. Syracuse, 2 targets. Not targeted at all against Lafayette. But like Clemson, he was targeted 11 times. Oklahoma, 10. Florida, 7. Wake, 9. So like Louisville, 9. So when they were in dogfights, they were going to him. Just they weren't in a lot of dogfights last year. They were just thumping folks. And that's why my initial reaction was, it's going to kind of play out largely the way it did last year. But I think he brings in a few more that he dropped last year. And he was at 897 last year. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give him that. I see a 103-yard increase. I'll give him that. I like it, though, Corey, that you say he's going to you think that that's more likely than the running back. Because at first that sounds ridiculous, but the more you think about it, they got a crowded backfield. They got a lot of guys. We haven't talked about Keziah Holmes a lot this spring. Rodney Hill obviously stepping in for Trayshawn Ward. Lawrence Feely, C.J. Campbell. I did all the archiving of the video, Corey. You'd be surprised how much freaking footage I have of C.J. Campbell. So use him, Mike, because I have all this footage of him. Otherwise, it all went to waste.